This is the legacy of Title IX, the legislation that changed the course of women's history in athletics. Before its passage in 1972, women experienced discrimination and lack of university support, like lackluster facilities, hand-me-down uniforms from male athletes, and being forced to drive through the night to compete throughout the region. It was a time for change, and a lot of hope came with the federal passing of Title IX, but its impact left women waiting.
Title IX was passed in 1972. The Department of Education didn't publish the interpretations till 1975, and I would say that no real significant movement started happening until the mid-'80s.
Following the federal proceedings, even though change was promised, it was not seen. Women expressed their disapproval of the lack of faculty reaction in universities through complaints and proposals, but their voices still went unheard.
It became obvious. I mean, we would make proposals, but as we understood, it ended up in a bottom drawer in French administration building someplace. So it never really moved along.
It wasn't until years later that officials were forced to listen and history began to change. 39 WSU athletes and 11 coaches took their case to court, a case known today as Blair versus Washington State University.
We didn't get to court until I think it was the fall of 1982. In fact, maybe it was January of '83 because of trying to have a block of time in the court to allow for the case completion. And so it was one of those snowy winters as you're driving up to Colfax, because that's where the state court is held. And so we were up there for, six weeks, I think, in terms of testimony and our side and their side, and trying to resolve things and decisions being made.
The representatives from WSU won their case, but the journey for equality was far from over.
It was not as easy. It was not just a lawsuit changed everything. It just really took a long time.
To have real change, you have to change people's hearts and minds. But sometimes that takes a heck of a long time. So in the meantime, you have a law to fall back on.
The men's coach at the time, in the plane, going to a conference championship in California, approached the women, our team, and said, "You're ugly, your uniforms look horrible, and you will never be a successful team." In the plane where we were. And that was exactly the attitude in everything.
Support in a lot of aspects was hard to come by, especially in regards to male athletics.
You find out who your friends are. Some people will support you silently, but they won't step forward to support you. Others are openly against you.
Took quite a bit of time for males to accept women.
Some groups still are kicking and screaming about Title IX. Some of the men's programs that feel that they're a victim of Title IX.
Fighting through adversity, the pioneers for Title IX focused their eyes on the opportunities for future generations.
When we were doing all these things, and even when we were in the court case, it wasn't that we were going to benefit. We knew that we weren't going to benefit, because there's just so much animosity against the people who push the standards on that, in terms of whether they're going to allow you to do things or not do things. That we were doing it to provide those opportunities for those who would follow us, both the athletes and the coaches.
You can try, but you'll never forget her name. She's on top of the world, hottest of the hottest girls, say oh.
Thanks to Title IX, women participation in athletics has tripled since 1970. Female student athletes today not only experience more equality to their male counterparts, but also are given a chance to build a stronger future.
Playing college basketball has been one of the best experiences I've ever had.
If it wasn't for Title IX, my life after college would be entirely different. Having the opportunity to play soccer in college has shaped me as a person so much, and I've overcome so much adversity while playing soccer, and just come into contact with so many life lessons that I think I'll be able to apply what I've learned encountering them here in the workforce after college. And without that, I think I would not be nearly as prepared as I am now.
Playing college volleyball to me is just an extraordinary experience. I've been able to meet friends for life and, learn how to work with an adverse group of different girls every single year, every semester, and it's really taught me how to work with different types of people and work together and how to be a leader.
Even though the journey is not over, the evolution of women's athletics throughout history is undeniable.
I really enjoyed helping with the growth and that occurred in college women's sports, and to be a part of that and the organizational things that developed, because you could see the progress that was being made. And you felt that you were doing something where others could benefit. Those things are very satisfying.
For over 40 years, Title IX has shaped and evolved women's athletics. Starting with a simple dream in a small Whitman County courthouse, the equality and opportunity Title IX provides women nationwide becomes more of a reality every day.